If you had any idea the amount of bullshit that I have to deal with, you should be lucky you're not me. Welcome back to Octember 2025. Failure number 7, spoiled ginger. Hang on to your hats. I already lost mine before in the wind. I got a new battery. Let's go. So without the wireless mic, which probably makes it worse, just for posterity, I'll show you that it's dead. I'm going to crank it with the metal key. It won't fire, but you'll see the starter is just going to, the battery's just going to go right out. So yeah, it's done. It's really done. China had sent me a different microphone that has like a dead cat windscreen on it. And I tested it, I don't know, a week and a half ago. It's dead. Maybe I didn't charge it. I don't know. I'll have to see, but I wanted to use that and it said, nope, you can't. So I'm using the one that I usually use for the wash days. This is going to be a watch me work video, which means I'm going to get in the way of the camera. I'm not going to be addressing the camera, and we're just watching over here, which should be in frame, maybe. I don't know where the camera's pointing, I can't see. So that's what you get. I know that we need a 10 M&M. So we'll open that, and there's a 10 M&M, and a 3/8 inch adapter, and the W wrench. I'll put this up here, out of the way, and we're going to take the negative off first, because that's the way you're supposed to do it. Wasn't the tightest thing I've ever seen, but that definitely was not causing this. All right, it's off, and it wants to go back and touch it. That's safe enough. I've never changed the battery on this vehicle before, but I mean, it's a Toyota, so there's no difference. That wasn't incredibly tight either. But again, shouldn't matter. And as far as the crustiness department goes, it's really not all that bad. A couple little things here and there, it's all right. And we got to get the hold down off. That wasn't especially tight either. Somewhere in my garage, I have a nice set of deep wall sockets, because I don't think that kind's going to fit it. Oh, you know something? In this case, it just might. I don't think it's installed properly, this hold down, but we're going to make it wrong when I put it back. I think it's going. It is a long thread. It really just feels wonky. It just feels weird. But it's coming. There. See, that wasn't too bad. Put that up there. And the hold down comes out. We're going to take the opportunity to wire brush. I don't know what of this you can see and what you can't. And even here, I could actually come up to the camera. See, it's kind of rusty in that. So we'll, you know, clean it up a little. Some of the shit out of it. Look at that. That's called miles. Miles and miles and miles. And that went on that way to go there, so we'll forget that. And that's why I got my other wire brush. All right, so we got that, and the battery is disconnected, so it should be ready to come out. Let me see if I could just do that. Yeah, there. That'll stay. And I guess that's all right. And it's supposed to come out. There. Well, that's great. The hold-down bolt disappeared. That wasn't supposed to happen. I heard it. Maybe it hit the ground. You know it didn't. Wonderful. So that was some fun unscheduled downtime. And now I have an answer. I found the J-bolt. I knew it couldn't have gone far, but it didn't hit the ground. It fell down into the abyss. I tried a magnet on a steak. That didn't work. I tried the little grabber claw thing. That didn't work, but I was able to get it knocked through to the ground, and then picked it up and I put it in. And no matter how much I try, I cannot get this bolt to fall into the car. And that's because the original battery that came with the car was from AAA. And because of that, if I get this in there, there we go. Because of that, and I said how the bracket looked funny. Well, it looked funny for a reason. It fucking was funny. That's why. I took the liberty of taking the tray out. Yeah, the hold down was funny and it was never installed right. And now it's going in right. I sprayed this off with a spray bottle of water just to get a little dirt off. It's got the little indentation, so I'll put that in. And it's supposed to fit in the car somehow, somewhere. Yeah, about like that. And then the J-bolt will never, right, and then it just stays tucked neatly out of the way. That's also kind of Yamamoto Toyota design for you cannot drop down unless you AAA for big fat dumb American consumer. We'll leave that there and make believe we didn't see that. Let's see, we got to put the battery in, and it goes this way. This car takes a very special type of battery. Nope, it's just the cheapest one, but it's got a go handle on it. And how it's going to go is a great question. Oh, that's how it goes. Look at that. Nifty. Okay, so this is a Never Start battery that I got from Walmart. It's the Never Start MAXX. Has a 3-year warranty, group size 24F, 725 cold cranking amps. And I went through all the different options of the batteries that were available that I could get. And this was the cheapest one with the highest cold cranking amps and all the rest. And I ordered it online at Walmart. Now the problem with that is you don't know what in the hell you're going to get. You can't see it in camera, but there's a sticker right here that says 10/25. So this battery is no more than like 30 something days old at the most. We don't know when in Octember it was made. Does that automatically mean it's destined to fail? I can't control that. I'm just saying, you know. So there's that. They have these nice color-coded plastic thingamajobbers on there. That's there so that way you know what it is. And then you just slip the battery terminal right over it, right? You know. All right. We gotta take that off. All right, before we get to that, I have the tool. This tool made an appearance in an old video I have. Harbor Freight, by any other name, it's still the same. It's a battery brush, sometimes known as a plumber's brush. And it's got bristles. And it's just made for the job. It just goes right in there and you can clean the shit out. So we're just going to wire brush everything real nice. I don't think the big one will fit in that, not really. But it might fit the other one. It really doesn't look too bad. And I do not see any white, crunchy, crystally stuffs on there. The happy side over here might take this bigger one. Yeah, that's working good. And while it may look a little rusty, crusty, dusty, there's a little bit coming out. There's not much. It's actually pretty clean. It just looks like hell on the outside for whatever reason. But it's actually all right. So not bad. All right, that's good. Let's get some dendrites off of that. Get this out of the way. The plastic packaging is falling apart, so that won't be long for this world. Right, that's not going to stay. You gotta... Should we mount it first? Probably not. I think mounting it later is better. But I can't get this off. That came off from Pocket Find. But this one, no likey. I tried so hard to make sure that I had all the tools I was going to need before I got started, and no. I'm not having luck with a friggin' screwdriver. This is crazy. There's nothing I'm doing wrong. It's just stuck. There, that's all you needed. All right, disaster averted. We're going to put some grease on the terminals. I have that. Good old super lube. The grease is sort of a the more the merrier kind of thing, but you don't want to go overboard. That's way too much. Perfect. I think that'll do fine. There's plenty enough goop on that. So there's that one. I know Jordan Yu always talks about how slow everything goes, and yep, it does. When you take the time to do things right, that's what happens. Put the positive on first. And negative last. Positive first, negative last. Yep, as long as it won't move on the post, we're good. Hopefully no sparkles. No, no sparkles. It's on there, but I'm not absolutely 1000% thrilled. Just want to tap it a little bit just to make sure. Yeah, that looks more betterer. It's actually on there pretty good and tight now as it is, so do a little more of that. Snug up the bolt. I don't really want to go any more than that. That's on there. So we're going to put that down. Get this guy in place, the hold down. See? Absolutely a perfect fit. Just like it's supposed to be. All you have to do is do it right. Put the bolt in over here. That's a lot better. See if I can get on it. I can. It doesn't have to be that tight. It's just holding it down, but we're not there yet. And now I can't turn it with the wrench anymore unless I had a longer socket. I bought them and I own them, but I don't know where they are. So we're going to make believe with the pliers. Okay, I'm not going to bother much. Well, maybe just a tiny tad more. Oh. Yeah. Great. So that went too far. And it came out of the thing. And that was the end of the thread. So I'm going to go fix my mistake and we'll be right back. That's how you do that. It slipped out of where I had it, and I had to fix that kind. It happens. This goes back over here, like that. This goes here, like that. That goes there. I'll take this off the top of the engine so it doesn't take a walk. The rest of the tools should be fine up there. And it's time to go twist the key and wait for the magic of seeing how this thing idles after forgetting everything. It's going to start up and run fine. But then as it slows down, it's going to run more and more like a cement mixer. And there we go. Some people would go the extra mile and hook up the battery tester to the new battery, but I'm going to play it safe and not do that, because I'm going to believe the 1025 sticker and call it good enough. There's no sense going crazy over testing it to find out that it's good. I know it's good. It was like a time when Tiny Middle was going to open up another store, and they actually hired technicians for a change, but they had them come to Long Island where I was, and I had to train these guys. And we had this one guy, and nice guy, maybe a little timid, and the problem description was will not boot up. Now, I've told this story a million times where at Tiny Middle, when it says will not boot up, that could mean anything from you press the power button and absolutely nothing happens, to you press the power button and Windows starts booting. I can't see where the camera is. To all kinds of, you know, it could mean anything under the sun. That's a good enough shot. So it could mean anything under the sun. And I just picked the thing up after noticing that, yes, the Windows logo is just sitting on screen. And we still had mechanical hard drives back in those days. So I picked the whole laptop up, put my ear on it, and sure enough, I could hear the hard drive is bad. So I told him, I said, you hear that? And he says, yeah. I said, it's got a bad hard drive. Put a new drive in, reinstall the OS, send it on its way. And he says, shouldn't we run diagnostics first? I said, why? It's going to tell you what I told you. So I handed him the diagnostics disc, and sure enough, it said bad hard drive. There's no sense beating a dead horse. All right, let's see how we're doing, because we're running. RPM is 600-ish. It's getting low, but that's what it does. It might be jostling around a little bit. But we have one other order of business that we need to attend to. This is the full service job. If I could see. Can you see here? Over here? You can. Wow. Amazing. It's low on Smurf juice. Oh wait, that says washer fluid. It goes in here, right? No? In there? Goes in the gas tank. Right. Got it. It's got one of these things on it. There. That's all you need. Just a thumb. The jugs on these Toyotas take about the full gluggen. So I'm not even going to worry about this until I get pretty much all the way there. With the damn wind, even the funnel isn't doing that great of a job. It's like a never-ending bottle. And the whiff goes through this stuff. That's going to do it. Ha! That took it right to the top. Right to the top. It's the entire length of my finger in that width. All right. There we go. Let's see how we're idling. Still sounds pretty okay. Oh, she's a bit low. Yeah, she's turning at let's see, 2, 4, oh, about 550. Yeah. She's turning about 550 now. But she is, you know, big 3-liter. Fairly big. It sounds just remarkably nice. I don't know what the lavalier mic picks up, but it runs like a sewing machine. And at these low RPMs, it ought to. It's shaking. I don't know if the camera makes out the little vibration there. So she's shaking a bit, but she'll come back around. We have a trip that we have to take now. I have to go to town hall and pay part of my taxes. I have the check all made out. I can pay online, but it costs money to do that, so not doing that. She's low now. Yikes. Yeah, pulling about 5 now. But she's sitting there. She'll learn. She'll relearn. Yeah, I got a little trip to make, and I think after that trip, it'll have relearned everything. So we're pretty much good to go here, and new bladdery's in. She's all fixed. Only 15 snafus along the way. Situation normal, all fucked up. As usual. It's all good. She's good. It's got a fresh as fresh can be battery in it. This car has to start every day. You don't understand the importance of this has to start. Period. Has to. Oh yeah. That symbol there says that it will. Of course, the battery is made by another company, so that's another story. But other than that, yeah, she runs nice. All right, we're all good. So that wraps up this Octember fail, number 7 for 2025. I hope this is it. I hope this is it. Been enough already. Okay, that's going to do it. Tools are out. Yes. Did I get all the rest? Yeah. How about that? I even got everything even. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you click like. Make sure you click subscribe. I appreciate all of you very much. Anybody want to come watch it? I got the hoses blown out for the winter. All right. Thanks. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.